In this simulation, the small yellow icons represent not infected individuals. The small red icons represent an infected individual. Initially, there's only one red icon in the view, and as it encounters the not infected individuals, they will also become infected. This infected individual carries a pathogen that is highly contagious, as the infected individual only needs to touch another and they become infected. This is an extreme scenario. This disease shows no incubation period and it is immediately transmitted. Below, there is a graph that shows the relative amount of not infected by the yellow color. Infected is red, recovered is green, and dead is black. The graph shows the number of accumulated cases of people that contracted the pathogen. Initially, the number of infected individuals grows very quickly. Majority of the population is becoming infected. It peaks really fast. The green icons represent people who have recovered and therefore are no longer susceptible. The black icons represent individuals who died from the infection. By the end, the entire population has contracted the pathogen, became sick, and then most of them recovered. It is possible to see how quickly this spread among the population. This steep peak makes it difficult to hospitalize all cases. In the second simulation, 50% of the population will be socially distanced, meaning that they are staying away from contact with everyone except with those where they live. Those that are socially distanced are represented by the icons that do not move. Those are the ones that are avoiding contact with any other people or situations that they may contract the pathogen. They are still susceptible, but they slow down the spread of disease. This helps flatten the curve and causes the spread to stop earlier. There are still the same number of deaths, but there is less pressure on the medical system. In this third simulation, a more efficient situation, there is a social distancing of 80%, which causes the number of cases to be much reduced, much closer to an ideal scenario. The red area is much reduced even though there are many individuals who continue to be susceptible. Some do not even come in contact with the pathogen. Eventually, the progress of spread of disease stops even though there are still many susceptible individuals in the population. So, if everyone collaborates by avoid going out or only going if it's highly necessary, avoid coming in direct contact with other people, not sneeze or cough in open air, taking care of basic hygiene, washing hands properly, and using masks correctly, covering your mouth and your nose. This will allow for protection of people that are at risk, like the elderly, people with chronic diseases or other underlying factors, immunocompromised people. And if prevention fails and they come in contact and contract the pathogen, they will have access to treatment to cope with the disease and survive. Here are 3 graphs for you to compare and visualize what this all means in terms of social distancing. 0% where all icons, all people are moving around and interacting with each other. 50% where only half the population are quarantined. Half of the population are following social distancing. 80% of population are quarantined, following social distancing. Please do your part and participate in a collaborative way.